Russian North Group Airborne Forces fiber optics FPV drone operators monitored enemy troops in forested areas of the Kharkiv region. In this video, 2 Ukrainian soldiers moving through the forest were carefully observed and tracked by the drone. A Burevestnik Volunteer Corps FPV drone operator monitored a UAF serviceman in the area of the village of Semenovka. In the video, a Ukrainian soldier was walking along the village road near a house. He tried to take cover behind an electricity pole when he noticed the drone, but it was too late, and the drone successfully kept him under observation. Russian fiber optics FPV drone monitored a Ukrainian soldier on the road in the Konstantinovka direction. Russian fiber optics FPV drone monitored Ukrainian troops attempting to cross an open field in Konstantinovka. Russian South Group FPV drone operators monitored a UAF serviceman not wearing white snow cover in the Kostiantynivka direction. A Russian reconnaissance UAV detected 2 Ukrainian infantry personnel and recorded their coordinates. Shortly afterward, a follow-up UAV arrived, and the operation was successfully carried out. Use of the NRTK Courier as a cargo delivery platform across heavily affected, mined, and open terrain in one of the SVO directions. In this video, the courier successfully delivered supplies to fighters at their positions despite a nearby blast. If the delivery had been carried out by soldiers on foot to the front line, they could have faced serious danger or severe injuries. Near Krasnoarmysk, 2 Ukrainian soldiers came out of a shelter and chose to surrender after realizing they had no support left. Russian center group units had already secured the defensive area, leaving the soldiers with no clear options. According to one of the detained personnel, they decided to step out calmly, set aside their equipment, and raise their hands. He later shared that he was treated respectfully, given water and basic care, and even had his minor injuries attended to, saying the reality on the ground was very different from what he had been told before. A Russian UAV crew from the Besheny Sai Brigade dropped informational leaflets over the positions of the 3rd Separate Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. It is acknowledged that many Ukrainian servicemen are at the front under difficult circumstances, forcibly mobilized, caught in challenging situations, or affected by circumstances beyond their control. However, they are currently positioned in the operational area. To avoid unnecessary risks, they are being given the opportunity to set aside their equipment and step back before facing direct engagement. The Russian drone flew over an open area and dropped paper leaflets on shelters, with messages written on them. In this footage, a Russian soldier neutralized a passing enemy FPV drone with his rifle. After firing multiple times, he successfully disabled the drone. In the Krasnoarmysk direction, 2 Russian servicemen were enjoying some time on their ATV quad bikes. They spent a long time performing maneuvers and stunts, showing how fast and durable these vehicles are, useful in all kinds of terrain, whether rough paths, muddy water areas, or snowy roads. To relax and take a break from frontline duties, the soldiers often engage in fun activities, sometimes playing football or enjoying stunts with their ATVs. In the Rubtsovsk direction, 144th Motor Rifle Division fiber optics FPV drone operators monitored ammunition depots, bunkers, shelters, and personnel of the UAF. First, a house with a damaged roof, containing Ukrainian ammunition, was observed and effectively neutralized by the drone. Afterward, the drones proceeded to monitor nearby Ukrainian bunkers, where soldiers were positioned. In the forested area, Ukrainian soldiers tried to take cover in bunkers to avoid the drones, but the Russian drones systematically tracked and contained all of these positions. Lies Varied Unit FPV operators are once again showing footage of their work monitoring the Ukrainian Armed Forces logistics operations in the direction of Constantine. Numerous armored vehicles, ground robotic platforms, and various military vehicles were tracked and observed. Cargo movements were delayed, and logistics delivery was disrupted. Damage to the Ukrainian Armed Forces logistical infrastructure. The footage shows bridges in Konstantinivka being heavily impacted using FAB-3000 bombs and Kh-38 missiles. In the Kharkiv region, the North units are placing special emphasis on locating and neutralizing enemy UAV units in command centers. The footage shows the coordinated efforts of the 82nd Motorized Rifle Brigade, the 60th Engineer Battalion, and the Special Forces of the 6th Guards Army of the Leningrad Military District, successfully monitoring and disabling the position of the Ukrainian Armed Forces Baba Yaga UAV unit. South of the village of Sobolevka, Russian soldiers carried out operations to secure Ukrainian positions in the forested areas toward Kupiansk. They approached a bunker where a Ukrainian soldier was taking cover, fully prepared for the operation, and deployed measures to neutralize the position. After the bunker was cleared, the Ukrainian soldier was captured and surrendered peacefully. In the Toretsk direction, Russian fiber optics FPV drone operators tracked Ukrainian infantry from a distance. One soldier tried to take cover behind an electricity pole to avoid the drone, while the drone hovered nearby, carefully monitoring for the right moment. The soldier attempted to move toward a shed but missed his opportunity, allowing the drone to maintain focus on him in the area. A Russian drone monitored a fuel tanker at a gas station in Kherson. Ukrainian troops regularly used this station for refueling, but after the incident, they avoided returning. The tanker was heavily damaged in a strong blast, making the area unsafe for further use. A group of Russian soldiers was on a mission in Alata Neva when a Ukrainian FPV drone suddenly appeared. The soldiers quickly dismounted and moved in different directions. After a short while, the drone approached again, and the soldiers attempted to counter it, but it managed to evade them. Once the situation calmed, the soldiers returned to their vehicle and continued their journey toward their mission. Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments. Subscribe and like. Three Ukrainian soldiers were standing in the open in the Kostiantynivka area when a Russian South Group FPV drone suddenly appeared. They noticed it approaching and attempted to neutralize it, but their efforts did not stop the drone. The drone continued its operation, keeping the soldiers alert and under pressure in the open field. Russian drone units observed Ukrainian personnel taking cover inside small concrete shelters. In this footage, a Russian FPV drone moves toward a Ukrainian soldier inside a small concrete structure. The soldier has very limited space to move or relocate. Russian North Group drone operators monitor Ukrainian personnel maintaining barbed wire defenses across an open field. In this video, Russian drones follow Ukrainian soldiers one by one while they remain in an exposed area with little cover. There is constant drone presence, and the soldiers are seen in the field without proper protection. It remains unclear what they were doing out in the open under such risky conditions. Russian soldiers on the Kupiansk front used an anti-tank device near a dugout. In this footage, two Russian soldiers placed the device near a Ukrainian bunker, where Ukrainian personnel are present inside. A Russian fiber-optic FPV drone follows a Ukrainian D-30 howitzer in the Slavyansk direction, where two Ukrainian soldiers are seen trying to cover it with tree branches. The drone continues quiet observation while the soldiers remain unaware. After waiting for the right moment, the drone moves closer and makes contact with the D-30, leaving the howitzer heavily damaged in a single operation. A Russian drone approached an abandoned Ukrainian PBV-302 near Novopavlovka in the Dnipropetrovsk region and carried out a follow-up action, leaving the vehicle completely disabled. In this video, a Russian FPV drone moves toward a Ukrainian vehicle. After noticing the drone, the Ukrainian soldier inside speeds up and continues driving quickly. The vehicle takes one turn, then another, but the drone maintains steady tracking and keeps following. With drone speeds reaching around 100 to 150 km per hour, getting away becomes extremely difficult. The vehicle keeps moving forward while the drone stays close behind. Broken buildings can be seen all around, making it appear that the city has suffered heavy damage, with destruction visible everywhere. The drone continues following the vehicle for quite some time. Eventually, contact is made. Then a second drone arrives and continues the operation, followed by a third drone. In the end, the vehicle is left heavily damaged on the road, and smoke begins rising from it. A group of Russian soldiers were traveling in a pickup truck when a Ukrainian drone moved in to engage. At the last moment, a Russian soldier seated in the rear of the vehicle opened fire and successfully brought the drone down before it could make contact. Ukrainian soldiers were moving through a forest, unaware that a Russian drone was monitoring the area. The first soldier passed by without noticing, while the second spotted the drone and quickly moved to take cover. A Russian FPV drone monitored a Ukrainian soldier in a village area, limiting the soldier's options as the drone closed in. A Russian FPV drone monitored a Ukrainian soldier who was inside a house in a forested area. In a forested area, a Ukrainian shelter was observed by a drone. Ukrainian soldiers were seen exiting and then re-entering the shelter. Shortly afterward, a Russian drone operation rendered the shelter inoperable. Another vehicle was rendered inoperable in the area of the settlement of Gusinka. A Russian drone monitored a vehicle with a Ukrainian soldier standing nearby. The soldier quickly moved away, while the vehicle was rendered inoperable during the operation.